Honorable Secretary, Civil Aviation, Government of India, Chairman of the Airport Authority of India, Mrs. Usha Pari, Mrs. Radha Bhatia, distinguished guests, awardees, young students, fellow members of the jury, and ladies and gentlemen. I think the team behind Women in Aviation Giving Wings to Dreams Awards has worked very hard to achieve this event where we recognize achievers in order to recognize them as role models for the rest of the country, for young girls who are aspiring to make a mark in life. It's very important to recognize achievers so that youngsters growing up in today's India, they have role models to look up to. Because in today's era, it's all very easy to become cynical, negative. And when we see the kinds of diatribe and ill will being propagated on social media by many quarters, it's very difficult for a child to be inspired. But when a young girl in Odisha or anywhere else in India dreams, and that dream is fulfilled because of the inspiration that someone before her gave to her, then the idea is really worth following. Mrs. Radha Bhatia has been a remarkable champion of leadership in aviation, particularly women in aviation, and her leadership is such that she inspires not by what she says, but what she is. And the fact that the Government of India has been involved in a very serious way with this initiative, and is the presence of the Secretary and the Chairman here is anyway an indicator of how important it is for us to recognize women in aviation. Also, the jury which selected the awardees, very eminent people. I was fortunate to be a part of that jury with no background in civil aviation myself, but a little bit of background in leadership as a leadership speaker nowadays. I think the bios we received or the candidates whose presentations were before us were all very remarkable. It was almost impossible to eliminate anyone from that list. And we did not eliminate too many of them because it wasn't possible. And all of you here are worthy in every bit of way to receive this award. So let's please have a round of applause for the awardees again. And in that round of applause, maybe you can also include a little bit for the jury, which worked pretty hard, and the team, which worked very hard to put together. The process was a long set of deliberations, but we did not just go by what was written on the paper. We went deep into the career of that person, and we also were very cognizant of the fact that whether someone has nominated themselves or been nominated by the organization. And we didn't go only by seniority. We followed the principles of merit cum seniority, if I may say so. Also, this jury is obviously done its job, but the jury itself needs to be recognized for having been eminent persons in their own right. Sir, I'm a motivational speaker, so with your permission, before I close, I'll just read out a poem, Invictus, and that is one of the most inspiring poems which I've ever heard, and the young girls who are here, and if I may jokingly say so, not so young girls as well, and men, all of us need inspiration in all aspects and in all stages of life. Invictus, out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods they may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. My head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. A round of applause for Invictus, and it's William Henry who wrote that poem. And just like to conclude by saying that it is so inspiring to be in this hall today. The kind of vibe, which is a very millennial word, is palpable, it is evident, it is energetic, and all of us, I'm sure, will take back that inspiration, which is required more than ever in this era. Thank you, and congratulations to all.